how has self-reflection and being objective about your thoughts and habits, how has that improved your life?
Self-reflection. That is a huge part of my life, and it it allows me to be very intentional with everything that I do, as far as creating community and just experiences in general. For me, I've had to self-reflect often, just kind of taking a look at like why I do the things that I do, why I am the way I am, and also really looking at my triggers, because those are, I feel like, kind of like points in time where I they're I feel like they're there so that we can break through them. So it kind of helps us like evolve.
Now, what do you mean by triggers?
Triggers, things that just bother us, like
Yeah.
like me personally, like I'll notice when something, I mean, if something bothers me, if like it'll start to bring up like these kind of like quote unquote nasty emotions, like not feeling like anger or sadness, grief, those types of feelings, or even just like feeling annoyed or something. Like a lot of times, I mean, I think it's really important to take a look at that, because those are points for us to heal. And I feel like those times that I have were able to break through those moments have allowed me to kind of like evolve and kind of get to the next level of learning in life.
So do you find like in the moment when you're experiencing anger or like irritation, you can like stop yourself and be like, okay, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah, I can now, because I've gotten a pretty good hold on my emotions, I think. But it took a while. It took a lot of journaling. It took a lot of therapy. And it took a lot of, asking myself difficult questions.
Talk about asking yourself difficult questions, because like on this show, so I'm kind of on my own journey where like 3 years ago I went through this near-death experience, and then I just went on this quest of like I would go through books and just read books all the time, and then I would take very intentional steps every single day. I'm sure some of the things that you do too, like meditation and journaling and a lot of self-reflection. It's not an easy thing to do, to be objective about yourself and ask yourself these hard questions.
Yeah.
And I feel like that really discourages people from doing it. But you do you find that you have to go through that pain and that healing to like get at a good point in your life?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, okay, so for me, I wasn't always that way. I was constantly escaping my emotions. I would do it like through drinking, partying. Although it was fun and I'm happy that like I had those experiences and everything, but I kept hitting this point where I felt like I kept hitting a wall, and I felt like I couldn't get past it. And I there was so much that I felt like I couldn't see, I couldn't understand. I didn't know why there was so much that was bothering me. And I was just feeling so angry, and I didn't know where it was coming from. And it was the point where it just felt so overwhelming that I couldn't handle it anymore. That's when I really, took my time and made it a point to do all that self-healing. It was because I felt like I couldn't handle it anymore. If I didn't do self-reflection, then I would continue to just be in the dark with my feelings.
Do you feel like you're involved with so much? Do you feel like, I'm sure like outside people will tell you like, oh, you're doing too much or whatever. But do you find that you're able to do all this because you have like a foundation of kind of like caring for yourself and understanding yourself?
Yeah, definitely. For sure. I've had a lot of people tell me, and I've it's not that I've never been burnt out either, because there's been many moments where my friends are like, you need to rest, you need to take a break. And although I agree, I think I feel like I'm in a really good place right now, just saying, because I've been able to really reflect so much that I can ground myself now.
Yeah.
And take that time out for myself. If I didn't have that self-care, then I wouldn't be able to do all the things that I do.